Hello, everyone. Happy to see you. I've missed this too, Grace. I have. It's been 2 weeks. Can you believe? I've actually just been puttering away here for about an hour. Pop's been getting all set up. Yes, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Hopefully everybody had a fantastic Christmas. Who all made it to New Year's? That's what I'd like to know. Who made it to New Year's? I did, at least 2 a.m. Looks brighter. Does it? Oh. I don't know why it looks brighter. I don't even have the overhead light on. There we go. Maybe that. Maybe we should put some lights on. 3 a.m. Woohoo! Awesome. So this is what I've been puttering away at. Show ya. Okay. Check that out. That's it so far. I didn't really get a lot of time to work at it over the time period because I was trying to finish off people's quilts, and then I was getting ready to, you know, go away, and I was working on the fox, and yeah, so busy. So loving that, love how it's coming together. I put it so it was a square in the center, and then I'm kind of radiating it so it's out like this. So this will be the center, and then just building it. It's just going to be pretty much as, maybe as, I don't know. I'll just keep going. I'm going to border it out a couple of times too. So, but I don't know. I like it. I like how it's coming along. Yeah. Perfect. Loving it. It's coming. It's coming. It's a work in progress. That's what I have to say. So, yes. Hit the stop button. Don't hit the stop button. Spa break for birthday. Oh, cool. Cool. Oh, good. I'm glad you. Everybody, let's wish Hallie a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Hallie. Happy birthday, Hallie. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Happy birthday, Hallie. Thanks for being one of our biggest fans. We really appreciate it. So hope you're having a great day. Yeah, there's video. Thought there should have been video. There we go. Everybody wishing her a happy birthday. All right. Did you have cake? What's your favorite kind of cake? I don't know. I'd have to. I like a plain cheesecake when I put the sauce on top. But I mean, like as a traditional like birthday cake, I'd say a lemon with either a buttercream frosting or a white chocolate. Pop made me a fantastic one for my birthday. It had raspberry. You guys saw that. It was so delicious. But yeah, that's that along. I like a lighter, not necessarily the chocolate, the dark chocolate or anything like that. I like the lighter sort of stuff. But yeah, awesome. Happy returns of the day. I like that, Steph. Very good. I like that. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, Grace didn't get it. Hers was New Year's Day, so happy belated birthday to Grace. I did text her on her birthday, though. But guests for dinner. Oh, there we go. You had guests for dinner. Very nice. Very nice. Shut down, no heat. Happy. Oh, geez. Well, we're warming up here. We've been in the deep freeze for about 2 weeks now, and there's relief later this afternoon and into this evening, and it should warm up this week a little bit. So thank goodness for that, because boy, was it cold. It's too cold. Yeah. So hopefully everybody's had a great, like I said, great Christmas and great New Year's, and got everything you wanted. Oh, yes. Poor wounded fingers. Yes, there's been a few of that. I have to go over some shop safety rules. What is it? Pop says safety third. I'm assuming that means first, second, and third. Dangerous group here. Hey, they knew what they were getting into when you joined the quilting club. It's dangerous situations all the time. Yeah, so just kind of, I'm not really you know, I'm just picking a color and adding it. If I feel it needs a gray, I put a gray. If I feel it needs a red, I put a red. You know, I'm having some fun with this. I'm loving it the way it's coming out. I don't think I could really mess it up at this point in time. As long as you're having, you know, the contrasting of the red and the gray, it's going to look pretty. I think it's going to look pretty no matter what. So whether you did this triangle pattern or you did like a lot of these is very much like a log cabin, but I'm just going around with the strips and it's round and around and around. And you could leave it whole as a block and put it on point or put little sashings around them or whatever. It's a great way to maybe showcase a color, you know, like, woo! I was simply too fast with the cutter. Yes, dangerous, dangerous. Hope everybody liked weekend project. That was a lot of fun. Like I said, it fits a lot of things. Not only this, it fit. I had my tablet in here. I had my like a day timer in there, and I had my phone. So I could have tucked that all together, and I know all three of them were all safe and sound. So, but someone has got like put a zipper on it. If you're doing like a solid side, I'd add a zipper to one side of the fabric, and then zipper to another side of the fabric, and make that like little zipper pouch on the front here before I'd sew it all together. But yeah, Pop explained that to one of the comments that we had. So I don't know, I really liked it. And there's lots of options. You could even put a little elastic in here, so you'd actually have to maybe stretch the elastic to put your tech in there, and then it kind of closes up around a little bit. Put a little handle, a couple of snaps. I wouldn't probably put a zipper up on the top here just in case, you know, unless it was really in a secure case like this for scratching and stuff like that, just in case with the zipper. You never know. Maybe it's one of those soft plastic ones, but yeah.
How would you make a cell phone one?
A cell phone one? Just, well, cell phones are, I don't have mine. It's in the computer room charging, but cell phones are all different sizes and stuff like that. Some have, I like my cell phone with the little wallet because I'm a crossing guard. I like my ID in there, and of course my bank card, and you know, whatever, you know, healthcare card, and my sewing club membership, a Fabricland card, and my Costco card, and the pet, you know, all that sort of stuff. It all goes in there because I need my ID with me when I'm working, and so instead of just always putting it in a pocket, it's easier to put it with my phone. I got my phone if I need to take a photo or you know, phone the police or whatever. It's all right there. So I don't know. I think I'd probably make one so it maybe flipped down, and that the seal was a flip down, or like it flipped and snapped or something like that. So there's no chance of the front of the screen getting scratched or anything by any buttons, or maybe even Velcro. Maybe use Velcro just instead of, you know, button or a snap. So that's, I don't know. I'm sure there's quite a few even patterns out there. Maybe we should design one. But I know the cell phones are getting bigger, and they're getting a little bit wider and a little bit taller and a little thinner. So it depends on what size you got. We have a Pixel 2XL, right, Pop? Is that the right way you say it? Yes, okay. We just got those because mine was giving me very much trouble. As I said, I'm about 2 years with tech, and then it starts to wreck on me for some reason. It's my magnetic personality. Aw, Love's watching us? I think it's, I don't know, for some reasons, maybe it's all the colors. The funny voice. My girlfriend's kid likes watching us too. He usually runs away with the phone, so. Which is cute, I think it's adorable. Someone wants to hang out with me, that's good to know. All right, now I need to make sure I can get two. No, I need a little bit more. So one more on this side. And I want some more gray. Is that going to be long enough? Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, everybody. We appreciate it. We appreciate it very, very much.
How big are the blocks?
Oh, I'm trying to make sure they're 10 by 10 because the ruler that I'm using is 9 by 9, and that's giving me enough room to where I want to place it on the block, and then to cut that triangle out, and then where I want to place it on the leftover piece, but with a little bit of maneuver. Say I want a little bit more of the outside fabric, I want more of the inside fabric. Got stuff hanging off of me like a Christmas tree. And then the other little bits have just been going into the little strip pile here. I don't know, maybe one day I'll make a crumb quilt. I don't know. I'm just busting the scraps right now. The crumb quilt's like when I got nothing else. I don't mind being, you know, given stuff for kids to use and play and have fun with. So, you know, that's easy enough for me, and it always encourages them to continue to play and sew and have fun with fabric crafts and be creative. So I'm trying to make them so they're about 10 by 10. And then that gives me room to flip and flop. And I'm pressing as I'm going. I did not get a new spritzer for Christmas, so I have to, you know, we've been by a dollar store like half a dozen times and just have not stopped to grab one. So maybe this week. Same with the design wall. That didn't happen either. It was so cold. Nobody wanted to go anywhere or do anything. You know, you can't really blame us. All right, so if I got one there, that's plenty of room. See, even around the outside. And then if I did a flip and scoot it up, I got lots of room. So that's 2 right there. So I've already got 2 ready to rock and roll for the next row. So maybe we can get a couple of rows done today. He will sit on my lap sewing machine and help me sew. Aw, that's nice. It's probably the whole fun keeping his hands busy too. He's going to be so very, you know, tactile with his, you know, knowledge. You know, he wants to feel and touch everything. As long as not putting him in the mouth, that hurts. Okay. But just to make sure, I don't want to lop off any fingers or anything, so I'm going to make sure I'm standing above my project, hands away, trimming around that perfect triangle. Okay, and then doing the same on this one. Positioning where I want it. I maybe want to come up a little bit. I like that black fabric in the background, or really take up this red bamboo sort of fabric. You know, I can come up there and then just leave this strip. It doesn't really matter. I think I'll just come right back. Might be able to use a little bit more of that bamboo somewhere else. There we go. And that's another 2. Okay. See, they were just like that. And we'll put that in the pile with the others. Yeah, I bet. I heard poor iguanas were frozen, stunned in Florida. The poor little guys. Florida got some nasty weather, and they're definitely not used to it. That's for sure. The iguanas, that is. They're falling out of the trees. I was watching on the Weather Network because I wanted to know what we were in for this week. Because since we were rising in temperature, which means, you know, you never know what to expect. Freezing rain, you know, snow squalls, winds up. You never know. We had some kind of hairy road conditions driving home from our New Year's little trip up to go see some friends who had recently moved up north. What normally would take about a 4 hour and 20-minute trip took 6 hours both ways. So, yeah. On the way, it wasn't too bad. It was just, you know, stops, and poor Jeep never warmed up. I don't know what was wrong with it. Just did not want us to get warm. 18 inches of snow. Wow, that's a lot. Oh. Yeah, we're in for a snow couple of days later this week. Actually, I think it said freezing rain on Wednesday, but snow on Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, fun stuff. Should be fun stuff. Let's see, you do this red. I like that red. Oh, you're talking about your show? I'm so happy about that. He's going to be so good at it. He's going to teach us lots. I'll have to figure out how I can help out because I don't even know if I'm needed. I'd love to be camera woman. I'd be like, all right, can't tell you. And go. Behind the scenes and be director. No, 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 no. Serious face, Pop. Serious face. I'm kidding. We had such fun cooking in the kitchen on Christmas Eve, making butter tarts. That was a whole lot of fun. They all disappeared. And I took some up when we went up for New Year's. And apparently, some people don't like raisins in their butter tarts. What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with you if you don't like raisins in your butter tarts. They go hand in hand. I'm just kidding. I was like, what? What do you mean you don't like raisins? What's wrong? And then I said, well, do you like grapes? It's because yes. I'm like, well, they're the same thing. No, they're not. Well, I guess they're not, really. But still, it made me laugh. Yeah, I can't have the nuts, unfortunately, Grace. I would love to know what it tastes like with some sort of nut. You know, pecans, or I've seen them with walnuts or raisins and walnuts and, you know, all sorts of fun stuff. So, you know, maybe I'll try sunflower seeds or something. Corn nuts. I can have a corn nut. That's just a piece of corn that's been dried and popped or something. I don't know. I don't even know what's happened to it. I know, the raisins, right, Nadine? Totally. Oh, well, that's okay. It's just a silly allergy. Can't fix it. Just got to adapt around it. Actually, we're trying to make granola bars. Try making granola bars, a healthy granola bar without nuts. Ay, ay, ay. So I found some fig marmalade that I tried to use as a peanut butter substitute, and I thought it worked pretty good. But I thought maybe it needed just a little bit more on the salty to balance out the sweet because it had raisins in it, cranberries, and then that little fig marmalade and a little bit of honey. So, and of course oats and stuff. But sunflower seeds would have been good, or pumpkin seeds. You know, just that little bit of extra crunchy crunch instead of the chewiness of the fruit. Yeah, so next time. But I enjoyed making homemade a granola bar. That was kind of fun. Disappeared, so I'm assuming it was good for everybody. Just not cooked raisins? Like, so if it was in like rice pudding, I like rice pudding with raisins and cinnamon and stuff like that, and nutmeg. Pop's grandma, rest her soul, she made the best rice pudding I've ever had in my life. And she was under the confusion that Pop really liked it. So whenever we came up for a visit or whatever, because we were down the States, because she used to live around in this area, she'd always make it. And he'd be like, I don't really like the rice, but I'm like, I do. It's okay. It's a bonus for me. I never told, he never said anything to her. So I was like, every time I'm like, all right, rice pudding coming my way. And Munchkin liked it too. So it was always a good thing. Yeah, it was always good fun. Now we're talking, yeah, getting hungry talking about food. All right, what's people got on the go for dinner, or what people have for dinner? Because I know Helly and Karina, and there's a few others that are way ahead. We're having a pork roast with pineapple chunks on it right now. It's cooking. And I think we're having cauliflower, broccoli, and cucumber. Yes. tried to just go a little bit more healthier this year, and what we were putting in our bodies. We're not getting any younger, so you know, really. So we're happy about it. It's so far so good. But it's only what, the 7th? So far so good. Just bread with some stuff on it. Made French onion. Oh, French onion soup. Claire. Love it. I'm the only big soup person around here. Ate ham and pineapple pizza. Oh, I love ham and pineapple. That's Hawaiian. That's one of my favorites. But Pop thinks fruit doesn't belong on pizza. I mean, yeah, fruit doesn't belong on pizza. It's in a salad. Fish and chips. Love me some fish and chips. I like all sorts of fish. I like salmon and trout and cod and halibut. And fortunately, I think we're kind of overfishing our oceans, but that's a whole other story. Da, 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 da. Pineapple pizza, yummy, yummy. Just bought a slow cooker. Oh yeah, we got, what did we get? We got a Curtis Stone. It's kind of like a slow cooker and a small oven or fryer all in one sort of thing. Because you can turn it up to slow or high, and slow is like 8 hours, high is like 4 hours or whatever, and you can adjust it from there time-wise. And then it's got from 250 degrees Celsius all the way up to like 400 that you can kind of do, like the element heats up on the bottom, do like a little pan fry, but it's like a little insert. So, but yeah, I don't know, we really like it. It's been very useful for quite a few things, especially, you know, browning, stewing beef before it gets to the stewing part. So you can brown it up there first, brown up the onions, brown up everything else, and then turn it down and then have it, you know, it's been pretty handy. We make our own ketchup, so we make it in there too, because it stays nice and slow and it's, you know, consistent. The temperature's consistent. Uh-oh. People are having internet issues. It's always frustrating. Sorry, itchy nose. Always frustrating when you got internet issues. Don't give up. Don't give up. Anybody make any New Year's resolutions or anything like that? Isn't that pretty? I like some of that fabric. Little Christmassy, little Canada. Canada. There's only a little bit of that left. It was only a tiny little piece of red. It's very pretty. I like that. I like that right there. Very pretty.
You hand or machine bind your quilts?
I do the stitch on the front and flip and hand stitch to the back. That's what I did with the fox. He's like the flip and stitched, and then he's hand stitched on the back side here. Actually, I took that up with me with my friend. She went to go lay down and have a nap, and if she would have seen that, she would have wanted it. And as much as I wanted to kind of give it to her, I had something else for her. So I thought, okay, you know, I know I'll be back, so maybe I wanted to see what her land was like first, and I think more a bear and moose are more what I think she would probably like than the fox. So I'll look for a panel like that. Maybe get it to her for next year for Christmas when we, you know, maybe go out for New Year's again. You never know. You never know what things bring. So, but yeah, I try to, especially ones that I know I'm keeping, you know, or it's a customer quilt that they've asked me to do it, you know, like to me, that's the way to go, right? So is to hand bind it on the one side. So, and it gives a nice clean look, right? Made the New Year's resolution not to make New Year's resolutions. Yeah, I hear ya. We didn't make any resolutions per se. We just thought, you know, this is a year we need to kind of focus on us, as in Papa and I, and you know, make a healthier choice, you know, really make a conscious effort of what we're sticking in our pie holes, right? So, and get on our bikes a little bit more and walk the dog a little bit more and set a meal plan instead of just winging it. And it's been really more almost freeing in a way because you're not stressed about what's for dinner. You know what's for dinner. It's boom. And that's it. You know what's for lunch. It's boom. You know, you don't have to worry about, oh, what do we have to do? What do we have for lunch? What are we doing for breakfast? You know, so breakfast has been sorted, you know, for, you know, weeks. And we got, you know, I think we got a month. We got a month ahead. Month meal plan. Yeah. Pop says we got a month. And we got everything in there from tacos to fish and chips to whatever. And I don't think any of it is takeout. So it's what we're making our own and what we have here. And, you know, hopefully we can save a little bit of money. You know, it's all those little things. Hello, Carol. Chicken Carol from Delaware. Eat more salad. Yes, we do. We have more salad, more vegetables. We've eaten carrots. I'm munching carrots instead of cookies now. So it doesn't taste the same, but it's all right. I'll get used to it. You know, and homemade bread instead of store-bought bread. Some of those chemicals are, you know, making it last forever on the shelf are not good for you. So, you know, that sort of thing. I had a plan when my kids were small. You have to, though. Like, you know, it's easier for us. You know, we're because I'm, you know, a guild meeting here or a guild meeting there or something like that. It's best to have some sort of a, you know, a plan in action. You know, and then there's no, well, what are we having for dinner talk. We made the plan. That's what's for dinner, and stick with it. And if there's any leftovers, that's lunch the next day. Not everybody likes leftovers. Sometimes you just gotta. Or bologna sandwich, you know. Or chicken noodle soup. Angie was here for a visit this week. She was here a couple of days. We had chicken noodle soup. I wish I had the time to make a nice chicken noodle soup, but it's definitely something you can do when you have a chicken and you have the carcass afterwards and you put it in the stock and, you know, start making your own soup, right? Any meat's left over, it becomes soup the next day. Uh-oh. On the inside here, your machine? That was Steph. Yeah, nothing like homemade soup, right? Hello, Cindy from Wisconsin. Peanut butter and jelly. What was it? I like it. Peanut butter. What's up, Pop? Lazy dinners, yeah. Sometimes you just don't wanna, you know? It's like, oh, the last thing you want to do is sit and make a dinner. It's like, I'm too cold or I'm too tired. You just gotta. Especially when it's so cold, been so cold out, with, you know, up to minus 42 with wind chills. I think it was up to minus 46 yesterday morning with the wind chill. That's really, really cold. You want to make sure you're, you know, have to go out and play with the dog for 2 or 3 minutes. You come in and have something warm to eat. Because she still wants to play outside no matter what temperature it is. So I've been trying to get her to play inside, but she's not really that kind of dog to play inside for some reason. I don't know whether she just doesn't like to. She'll fetch the ball a couple times, like 4 or 5 times, and then that's it. She goes, like, I'm done. I'm out of here. I quit that. All right. Need some more red over here. Hello, Joyce. Hope everybody, like I said, hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas and New Year's. We're having fun working on this beautiful red, scrappy red and gray quilt. So that's what I'm puttering away at. Yeah. Finally got my cell phone. Oh, it's Angie. We were just talking about you. We were just talking. We were saying how we had chicken noodle soup for lunch. You were here for a visit. We were talking about food, really. I don't know why we keep talking about food, but we keep talking about food. Oh. I'll do it right now because it's only the one. Okay. Thank you very much. All right, we had mail from over the holidays. This is from Christine Martin from Minnesota. Just wanted to say how much she enjoyed watching our videos, and we really appreciate. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, I wanted to actually get the name of this block here. 1 second here. Found a pattern that she really liked about an I Spy quilt. Shadow Play is the name of the pattern. I reduced it down to do a small version, which I'm sending to you. It's 9.5, okay, which is right here. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, put it right there. Isn't it cute? Perfect I Spy quilt pattern, little block. I love it. The buttons, the jelly beans, the strawberries, the chocolate, the kitty cats. It's beautiful. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe put it in the small camera there. There we go. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. And the crayons, the chickens, the shells. I mean, there's everything on here. You can play a little I Spy with just this one block. Isn't it cute? So thank you very much for that. It's lovely. And then for her 9 patch that she's donated for the charity quilt, this is it right here. So the little houses and schoolhouse and flowers. It's beautiful. Well, I'll try and get it all in there. Oh, no, other way. I'm such a dork. There we go. There we go. So it's very beautiful. So thank you very much for that. Greatly appreciated. So we have 46 9.5-inch blocks to go in the first world quilt. So we're very excited about that. And it is very cute. It's absolutely adorable. Thank you, thank you. Love I Spy. And Grace is going to be working on it. Yeah, I think it was. Wasn't it, Grace? You were working on I Spy. I'll go through some of my fabrics and see where I can find you. All right, so that's 9.5. A little bit wider, so we'll go one more, at least around. Round and around and around she goes. Let's see what's on the bottom here. There, that was part of one that I trimmed off. See, talk about reuse. There we go. That would be a bit of an angle. Maybe we'll save that for a smaller piece and not be frustrated with it. All right, let's do... Need some more reds. Hold on. Need to dig into me reds. We have to iron a couple here. There's this one. And some this one. And here. What do we got going on here? Oh, that's cute. I didn't see that before. All right. Cool. Got some red squares we can start off the next few blocks with. There we go. Awesome. Oh, put that there. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Coolio. Let's use up some of this pretty stuff there. I like that. It's got the, oops, there we go. That's a prettier side. I like that. Nice little swirl on it. Very pretty. Oh, we'll put this down here. I like that. That's pretty. I think a whole bag done in that would be nice. Lost my ruler, lost my ruler. All right.
Said popping in to say hi and let you know I love your videos. you make each day, each time with your cheerfulness and the quilting.
Thank you so much. Big hugs. Just hanging out, having fun. That's what life's all about. It's too darn short to be anything else besides hanging out and having fun and making what you want. So, and I'm feeling really good about busting into my scraps and doing something with this year and making something that I could be very proud to, you know, hang up on like some sort of, you know, collage of Laura Lynn's crafts, you know, rainbowness throughout the, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Especially, can you imagine? It's going to be like 7 or 8 quilts in the end, right? At the end of at the end of the year, but come December, I'm going to have like 7 or 8 quilts, all scrappy, but with a color theme. So, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And each one's going to be different. They're not all going to be like scrappy triangle or anything like that, or mix of gray and what have you. I am going to have to do a couple of complementary colors with some of my fabrics, like the pink. The pink I think I'm going to do is brown or aqua-y blue. I'm not sure. I do have some blues that I think maybe I could pull off to the side and then take some of those aqua colors and put them with the pink. But then I kind of introduced brown with pink too, and I like that as well, that brown and pink kind of combination. It reminds me of that quilt I did for my sister a few years ago. Well, more than a few years ago, more like a decade and a half. But yeah, so that's, I don't know, that's the next one. Pink's next. So guess when I start sewing it together, you figure out what I decided. But the green, I have so much green, I do not need a complementary color for that. And I have such a variation of tones with the green that I'm pretty sure I can go from the lightest light green to the darkest dark green and make that bargello flow the way it's supposed to with those colors. So here's hoping. Cross your fingers, it looks good when we get to green. All right, what do we got going on here? Nope, not quite big enough there. And at least another around on one side each. Let's see. We want to make them a wee bit smaller. Not that one. There we go. This one. Love pink and green? Oh, pink and green. I really want to focus on the bargello as the whole green, but that would be an interesting backup needed, maybe. Maybe the year after that will be, how can I mix two of the oddest colors together and make a quilt? The crazy color quilts. Because in the end, it's not just going to be like the, you know, purple or, you know, magenta or whatever it is. This is going to be in the last color. It's the rainbow one. It's whatever's been left over between the red and the whole collage will get tossed into one more quilt. So I think I may do that one a Dresden-y type sort of one, because I think that would look really nice with all that mix of color. But I don't know. Still lots to introduce and lots of time, but sometimes not a lot of time when you think about it. The year's already, you know, we're already at the 7th week in. Okay, is that going to fit there? No, it's not. I want some of this. All right, so sew this down, and then I'll cut my 2 triangles out of this square to make my other ones like this. Okay, and I need 6 or 8. Hold on, I need 2, 4, 6, 8. I need 8 for each row. So I get another square done, and then we can cut it. That would be 6, and then we can put a row together. Awesome. Oh. Yes, I'm excited to go back to crossing guard. I'm sure lots of kids have got lots of things new to show me, which I'm fine with. And at least it's warming up, so, because I really don't want to stand out there and become a little popsicle, so. I mean, warming up to the, you know, minus 10s and, you know, teens and stuff. Not to the minus 28s and 30s. Gets a bit tiring, you know, fighting that wind all the time. Okay, so there's my square, and then I'm going to cut my 2 triangles out. Okay. You're a costume guard for 10 years? It's a good job. This is year number 9 for me. Well, to me, it's a good job. I like it. I have fun. I have fun. Okay. All right, so I know that when I flip this, I got lots of room here, and I got lots of room there, so I know I got lots of room to get 2 big triangles out of this. And of course, I can place what I want, where I want, how I want it. I could line up on an edge if I wanted to. I can completely avoid this whole pink strip and just keep it over, or pinky, not, well, it's pinky red sort of thing. Over there. I think I'm gonna go right there. All right, now it's better to stand up over your project. Keep your fingers out of the way. Move that one off to the side. I'm going to cut that one next. Okay, now come in behind. And then come down this way. Stay away from your fingers. And there's one little triangle. Then we'll turn this around and put my placement of where I want my triangle to be. Whoops. Pop's throwing things around. It's more, it's like it seemed like it was jumping off. Okay. I can go for another project right there. There's a big enough strip of gray. There we go. And there's our second one. Just have some fun. Just have fun with it. Okay, so there's our little bits and bobs already. We just need to make another square. Another square. Start off with this fabric here. I was trying to keep red as the main centerpiece to them, but I think I did gray on one of them, and it doesn't really matter. It's just a fun little scrappy busting project, right? Point is to try and make something beautiful with all your mix and collage of fabrics that you probably never would have tossed together, right? I've made quite a few weighted blankets there, Nancy. Last year they were quite, I was quite busy with them. I had about four of them just before Christmas that were asked to be made. And we made them on average, depending on the size of the person, 8 pounds to, I think the heaviest I did was 13 pounds. And it was distributed over a size that I felt it was like good enough, like between like 5 feet height and, you know, at least, you know, 2.5, 3 feet wide, and then straight down, and made columns and filled each column, and yeah, and made little pockets and pouches and stuff. So, are you having, no, I'm being very gentle with them. I'm not trying to manipulate them too much on those bias edges, that's for sure, because I did notice some of my my flannel, because I had it pinned up and it kind of scooped a little bit because I had it pinned and it was stretched a little bit. So I knew I had to take it down and just like lay it flat. So lesson learned on that one. But yeah. Sorry, but for back to the weighted blankets, they found them very helpful, and they actually sent me a message saying, you know, they've had the best sleep ever, and they felt more relaxed, and were actually getting sleep, and so on and so forth. Sometimes people just need that little extra oomph. Like I was explaining to Angie that in the wintertime here, sometimes, you know, you turn your house heat to a point where you're all sleeping in bed, so it doesn't have to be, you know, 68 to 72 degrees in the house, so you turn it down a little bit to maybe 64, 63. Well, then you wear a couple of quilts or blankets or whatever to keep you warm while you're sleeping. Well, then summertime comes, and you've already been used to so much of that weight that's on you to sleep that you're lost. You can't even sleep when it comes to, you need that weight on you, right? It's a comfort thing. So, and nobody's ever returned it and said bad things about it. So I'm assuming it's been helpful because all I've had back was positive feedback. But they are kind of tricky to handle. Aw, there we go. Cool. That's kind of cool. I like doing stuff for charity. Give back, and you will be given in return. All right, I'm going to trim off this gray here. I'm going to smile a piece. Smile a piece. Smaller piece. Yeah, I'm not excited about the freezing rain part, though. I don't like freezing rain. Does not make for any sort of fun conditions anywhere. Okay. You finished a UFO this week? I've got a few. I think that's going to be a couple of maybe weekend project is finishing some of my UFOs. So I've got like a wall hanging to finish, a pillow to finish, binding to finish on another one. So yeah, I think that's a good little weekend project. Let's tidy up the craft room with the stuff I haven't finished. So I can make room for more stuff I will finish. And I got a kit too. I forgot what it was called. It's like I said, it's got like burgundies and creams and tans and sort of things like that. And I'd like to get on that at some point in time too, because it seems like a nice good size. I think it's a queen size. So I like it. It'd be nice to be able to have a couple around here in the shop to sell. So hopefully, if I do a good enough job, I can sell it. I love the way the fox turned out, though. I'm so happy I didn't cut that panel. I was for some reason I thought I just can't cut it. I just can't cut it. That's why I went quickly through the stash to find something that I could and that I had extra of, which was the snowman. So I was happy with that, the snowman and the two mini snowmen. That was such a weird name for a panel. I thought so. Yeah. Like how we're all hanging out here. Oh, people leaving? Who's bye? Bye, Kelly. Okay, bye. See you later. Have a fantastic day. All right. We'll put some on that side. Yeah, we'll put some. I like this. I know there's white in this maple leaf one, but it had so many different colors of reds in it. I still wanted to include it, so hopefully it wouldn't be too catchy to the eye with the red and the gray. So hopefully. All right. Kind of want to give everybody equal opportunity. So. Righty. Where's the gray? I like that. I like that gray. Well, that would be the definition of any craft, I would think, because you would tear it apart to put it back together, you know, whether it be a vehicle, whether it be machine work or woodwork, you know, got to chop up the tree to make it something different. So, but yeah, sometimes you have those fabrics that you just really like, and you like the feel of, and they smell good and they feel good, and you don't want to cut them. I do understand that. But then they can make a really awesome quilt that you can do the same with. Cuddle and sniff. And so put them to use. Make something pretty. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let's put a little black and red. So if I do the pink and brown, possibly turquoisey blue, trying to think of what sort of a pattern I would do with it, right? Because I don't have a whole lot of pinks, so this may not be a very big quilt. Like maybe it might be a wall hanging per se, because I don't want to use all my pinks or I'll have nothing. So I like to use a bit, and I got a bunch. It's really nice fat quarters from as a gift, so I want to use that incorporated too. So yeah, I need to find some sort of pattern that would be a good scrap buster for those two colors. Whichever two I choose, well, besides the pink, because definitely the pink. We have a fellow YouTuber here, do we? Awesome! Hello, hello, and welcome! This is what we're working on. Having some fun. Working on red and gray Scrappy quilt. Having some fun. Well, trying to anyways. I think we're being successful on the fun department. We try anyways. We give it our best effort, right, team? Go team! All right, what size we got here? We only got 7 and a wee bit there, and 7 and a wee bit there. We need 10. We need 10 to block this out, and then cut the 2 triangles out. And this will be the last one I need to make a row, so then I'll put a row together and attach it, and then you'll see what our lucky likes. Do-do-do. I don't know. That's those colors. Aren't they pretty? It's just the whole mix. The mix of the whole red and gray. Isn't it lovely? Got all sorts of fun stuff, you know? And you're just like, you know, pulling from projects. You're like, oh, you know, remember that quilt I did for, you know, Auntie Val, or, you know, remember this or remember that. And that's the fun part about it. Every little piece of, you know, has a tiny story to tell, right? You know, the work you did on it, the pattern you chose, the fabric you cut, you know, all of it has that little story to tell when you make a block or when you put a quilt together and you got all your little leftover bits. She had to go, oh, yeah, oh, that's weird, Angie. Oh, interesting. We're doing the pinks in February. How about a heart quilt? That's actually a good idea. Actually, it will be in February because the pink will be right after red. So I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Piecing the heart with those scrappy bits and then having it like maybe pink heart on the inside and those other colors on the outside in that mix, like the brown or the blues or whatever. Is that what you're thinking? Fill me in. Mind meld me. Let me know what you're thinking. I like the heart idea, though. That's lovely. That's lovely. That's really to pull in that whole... It doesn't have to be red to be a heart. You can be pink to be a heart, right? So... We're good peoples, right, Nadine? We're good peoples. We try to be. As my mom would say, you're a good egg. I'd always know when she didn't like somebody because she'd be like, that one's a bad egg. And I'd be like, okay, Mom. It's not allowed in the house again. She'd always know. Your actions and the way you treat people always let you know whether you're a good egg or a bad egg. I try not to. I don't want to really. I want to use what I have here. I don't really have to make any other financial investment, anything, like any tools or anything. I have an Quilt cutter. I have to say that. I think about that before I say it because it makes me wonder why they called it that. But then I know. Anyways, someone shared it with me. I could use that to cut my bits and bobs and put the quilt together. You know, as much as I like hexagon. That would be a cute idea, though. The hexagon colors, or hexagon in those colors. All right, where am I going? Ooh, I need a wee bit more on that side, and I'm pretty much there on that side. So let's go. Well, we still need to come around even. Coming around the bend. We're coming around the bend. I'm gonna put this pretty star fabric. We're coming around the bend. I still have yet to put all my beads and stuff on the Christmas quilt of 2017. I will do that when I have nothing else to do. And I will post pictures on Facebook for sure. Do 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 do. 2,500 yo-yos. Wow-o. Wow. Wow. Hi, Glenda. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. We're working on a cute project, you know. It's red and gray and red and gray. And it's turning out fantastic. And I'm going to press. And you'd be so proud of me. I'm pressing. I pressed every single, well, almost every single one. Almost. But I can't use my spritzer because my spritzer is broken. So that's what we're doing. Isn't it pretty? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, so we should be pretty good to go on that side, but we are still a wee bit shy on that side. So one more here, and then we can cut. Uh-oh, here comes Mr. Clive. Forewarning. Beep, beep, beep. How are you, my little man? How are you? Come on, come get your time. All right, come on. Let's go. Peeps want to see you. Let's go. No? Come on. Come on. No, you don't want to? Come on, I know you do. I'm not picking you up. You want up here, you come up here. Okay, fine, be that way. All right, come on. I know you do. Come on. Come on. You can do it, old man. There he is. There's Mr. Clive, a.k.a. Wackadoodle Cat. That's what we call him. Are you going to help me sew? No. All right, scoot, scoot. I told you. Multitask here. Oh, do I have the right side up or the wrong side up? Oh, that was upside down. He's going to try and snuggle in like a little basket here. He's going to tuck in like a little loaf of bread. He has done it before. Tried to do it when I was doing some binding one day. I'm like, just because I'm in this position doesn't mean you get to keep cuddling here. Yeah, you going to help? All right, give you some loving and then maybe you'll go away. Okay. Say hi to the peoples. You love ironing and dishwashing? Crazy. Crazy. I shouldn't mind washing dishes. You know, not to be on Mama's table. Yeah, I don't mind dishwashing. I don't like drying. I'd prefer to wash than to dry, because dry means you have to put away as well. That's like 2 tasks in one. No thanks. I'm okay with the iron. I'm getting used to it. Thank you very much, Glenda. I'm happy you like it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've been wanting to bust into my collection for quite some time. The buckets that Pop got me, they're just serving trays or serving, sorry? Clear up trays from restaurants and stuff, that whole dishes and stuff. Anyways, they're great for putting my fabrics in, and then you can kind of put them on a little shelf unit, and they stack on top of each other. Well, they're starting to get overflowed and weeble wobble and not sitting on the shelf flat. So I thought, well, if I don't start working into them now, they'll never get worked into. So hence the whole, you know, let's do a color and try and get it done every month. I'm hoping to get this done by next weekend. This will be this one finished up, and then we can start the pink and make it kind of half month to the half month sort of thing. Maybe finish it just up before Valentine's Day. If you guys are interested in watching it get on the long arm and quilted, we can do that too, but only if you're interested. If you're not, then we'll just pop it on the long arm and get it all quilted up. So, I mean, and then start on the next Scrappy quilt. So, but yeah, definitely looking forward to the pink one. I've never was really a big fan of pink growing up, being probably the last girl, and you know, 3 girls. What are you doing? So I don't know. I was always kind of a tomboyish thing. So, but I like pink now. I've actually grown to really like it, and saying purple and pink have become very a couple of colors that I really enjoy. So. All right, so now the Clive's had his lovin'. Right, buddy? It's like, I wasn't quite done yet. All right, so we'll put that there, and we'll cut our 2 triangles out. Here, let's move some of these scrappy bits and bobs over here. Okay, got enough rulers on my desk. Okay, that over there. This over here, and I need my plaid to cut my triangle piece out. And then that gets cut in half. So this is all bits and bobs I had left over from some jammy bottoms. So, and it didn't matter which way I was placing it. I was just cutting my triangle out, whether it was this way, that way, whatever I could get it out of it. So, all right, now I will stand up to do that, because that's going to give me this one piece right here, this one triangle piece right here is going to give me both ends, one end on either side of this row. Okay. Fingers are completely out of the way. Firm grip. No chance of slipping. Okay. And then to make sure that I'm cutting this triangle in half exactly, I take this and I flip it, and I come all the way down here and line it up on the 90-degree here. Make sure I'm at the half, at the point, and then cut it. Okay, and that gives me my 2 pieces for either end. Okay, so now that I have my either end, I need one more set of triangles. Okay, hopefully you can see this okay now that I kind of tidied up the desk a bit better. All right, without banging into the sewing machine. Okay, so I can make sure that I have clearance on this side, flip, got lots of clearance on that side, so no matter what, even with some wiggling and woggling, I'm going to get my 2 triangles out of this. Okay, I want to kind of give equal portion to this gray and to this red. I want to make sure I at least have some on there. I like it that I just have a bit of smidge there. May not even show up very much besides one little black note, but it will still be kind of cool just to see that one black note. Okay, so there we go for that. And this is where one of those Lazy Susan rotary cutter boards would be handy. And you could just kind of spin it around. Do not yank this bias edge, or it's going to go all wonky. So just gently turn it around line it up where you want at the piece, and trim both sides, okay? All right, so there's that one. And then this one. I want to kind of give equal portion, or I could just totally miss the star completely and just line it up with whatever I got going on here. Okay. I think I kind of like that better. There. Making sure I have all the way over on the other side covered on all sides of that triangle. Okay. Almost looks like a wee tie. My wee little bow tie. Here we go. I'm all dressed for the show. Isn't it cute? Maybe make it for Clive. A little bow tie for Clive. Or not a bow tie. Office tie. It's cute. Okay. So now I got my 8 together with my 2 ends. And because I'm building this in such a way that I'm having the triangles are going radiating outwards, but it makes a square in the center so far. Like you can see that one square. That's all I want is that one square, and I want it kind of to almost like somebody banged a gong and it's the vibration afterwards sort of thing. To me, that's what I was looking at, and that's what I had in my mind. So it is what it is, right? So I want to make sure whichever way I'm adding these, I'm adding it in the right direction, okay? So whichever I decide to add it to the left side or to the right side, but whatever way it is, I need to make sure that I'm going to line it up so it sits the way I want it to sit by having the point coming out this way. So this will go there, that'll go on that side, and I'll make the block, row of blocks this way. Okay. You can always pop a pin in if it helps. Oops. Clean up the mess on the floor. I did sweep before the show. Yeah, and just be very gentle and cautious and cognate that that is a bias edge and will warp and twist with any tweaking or twittering you got going on. Okay. Now take that, we can press it. Okay. And then we start flipping and flopping our way to the other side. Okay. And this is where you get a chance to change things around. You don't like those two, maybe those two grays. Those two grays together you don't like. So you move something else in. Okay, that red and that looks really good. And, you know, I like that gray and those two reds together. Oh, I don't want those two reds together. I want that red and that gray together. You know, this is where you have the chance to tweak it to any way that you like. Okay. You're the creator. I'll have the, as the Kermit say, the rainbow collection. Oh, that's okay. The bobbin's running low, but I got another one. The bobbin's running low, but I got another one. I'm not worried. Okay, now be gentle and give it a wee press. And then back to the assembly line construction. You put 8 of them together, and then your little solid patch or square triangle patch on the ends, and that finishes one row. I mean, I've had this ruler forever, and I was like, what am I going to use it for? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a template out of it, and that's what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to make sure I've actually got some use out of it. Like, I want to say that it was worth it. I'm glad I bought it. You know, some of those things. Okay. I'll put this one, and then I'll press. 2. And you can put pins in if you're afraid it's going to shift on you, or you want to make sure you're a little bit more accurate than I am, or I figure it's Scrappy. Nobody's going to tell whether I'm off or not. You're going, oh no, you missed a seam there. All right, let's press that. There we go. Looks lovely. Love the bandana fabric in there. That's super cute. That's from Angie's collection. She brought the, what was it? Texas Challenge quilt. That was a great. That was a lot of fun. And the quilting up was a lot of fun too. So oh, I thought that was actually stitched in there. It was just really on top. I'm like, how did I stitch that in there? For Pete's sakes. Okay, so like that. Line that up. Just got that wee bit of red on that corner. I'm not sure if it's going to stay there. Let's hope so. It's just on by the hair of its chinny chin chin. So far, so good. I got another panel too. I was trying to find it before the show and I couldn't. It's got butterflies on it. A butterfly, a moth, and I think a dragonfly, or maybe a what am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. Grasshopper, sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a grasshopper or what's on it, but it's really kind of cool. It's gold and yellow and like orange and fiery red sort of thing. It looks really cool. I have to figure out what I'm doing with that too, because you can cut out each one of those animals, or they're all in a row in the panel. So I'm like, what do I want to do with it? Do I want to cut them out and border each one of them out, or sash them out and do something else with them, or do I want to keep them all in a row? But yeah, it's a pretty one. I picked it up when I was shopping with my friend Jo Marie. At the same time, I picked up the fox panel, actually. So, but I did get some complimentary fabric to go with it. Maybe I could find that. Oh, here it is. Here's the complimentary fabric that goes with it. So you can probably tell by that what the panel would look like. So, except it's wrinkled, but you get it. It's pretty cool, eh? Isn't that pretty? Yeah, it's in my under buckets there somewhere. Oops. Line this back up here. There we go. That's right. Yes, it is. Aw, thanks, Ocelot. Bitch is really hot there too, isn't it? I worked for a gentleman once. Pop and I were, I don't know, I think we were just engaged at the time. I was pretty much a glorified secretary. Sorry, secretary. Sorry, not what I meant, Bob, you know. Anyways, and he went with his family to Australia, and he'd send me email messages almost every day. Oh, it's plus 42 here, and we're melting, and you know, it was over Christmas vacation. So, and I'm like, we got snow and hail and sleet here, you know. Yeah, the colors are beautiful, aren't they? That's why I picked it up. And like I said, I got the panel to go with it. That's exactly the same colors, except it's got a little bit more, I guess, goldy, beigey tone in the background, and they all highlight on it. So it's really quite pretty. It's a good project to do, that's for sure. I just have to figure out what I want to do with it. I want to chop it up. I thought, oh, I'll just grab a little bit of this, you know, I think it's just a half a yard. Yeah, it's a half a yard. This just to help maybe border out a block or just add another complementary something, or just kind of make it that little bit bigger, than that panel. Even if it's just a tiny little border that's, you know, 2 or 3 borders in or something, it would still help tie all those colors together. So. All right, we've got one more to attach. Doo-doo-doo. All right, and then our little triangle piece, which I seem to have lost. Did I lose it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I'm going to toss it over here. Did you see me toss it over here? I already lost my triangle. I need 2. Oh, good gravy. Seriously? Sorry, honey? On the side. Here? Yeah. Did I get it snapped up in there? I did too. Ha ha! Tried to escape the fire. No, no. No, no, not for you. You must get in the Scrappy quilt. I don't know where. Stupid, silly accent. Silly.
Press with steam all the time.
No, just heat. Just heat. Oh, all bobbins almost done. See if it makes this patch right here. Hold out to the end, little bobbin. You can do it. Don't you worry. I got faith in you. You can do it, little bobbin. You can. Just this one. Oh, good little bobbin. Maybe one more. You got one more in you, little bobbin? And then we'll press, and then we'll pin. See if you can finish this row. Oh, it's getting wee low in there. I don't know. It's getting close. Didn't think we were going to make it, but we did. Oh, tiny little bit. Nah, wouldn't have done a row. Nope. That's okay. I got another one. I got another one to use up. Perfect. Now let's give this a press. And now I'll figure out which side I'm going to stick it on. Let's see. Do I like that? I think I do. I think I like that one. I think that's the one. That's the side right there. Okay, so because there's no really seams or anything to match up, because seams are all over the place, just make sure you're pinning at the one side and pinning at the other side, all the way over, all the way over, and pin. Okay. And then, like I was showing you, kind of flippity flop, find the middle. Okay. And then usually find the middle again, from the middle to the end. Okay, just like that. And you can do that as many times as you need to make sure that your project is pinned. Especially when you're working with wonky seams. And like I say, you don't want to play around with it. You don't want to be yanking it. You don't want to be... That's why I'm like just kind of shaking it out. I'm not trying to pull it. Those bias edges will get you. You'll be all wanked and you'll be... Angry face! You don't want angry face. Angry face gives you wrinkles. You don't want wrinkles. All right, now we're going to sew this down. I'm melting in your... Yeah, next time. Yeah, I bet. Ugh. That's hot. That's, oh yeah, see. I put a new bobbin in. I was like, make sure you did before the start of the row. There you go. Now put her on down. And just kind of work yourself over some of those bumpy seams. Because they're all, like I said, they're going to be all over the place. You're not following matching any of them, you know. You're just sewing. Keeping those bias edges together as much as possible without distorting them by any sort of tugging or yanking or pulling or anything like that. Just be gentle when you're doing your shifting. Okay. Seems like a bulky section right there, so be careful. You want to take it a little slower. Quilting this up should be fun. It gets an edge to edge, that's it. I'm like, how do you actually quilt this without it making it even like too crazier, you know, than what it probably already is visually? And of course, you'd have to choose like a gray thread. Actually, maybe red. Maybe this is the time to use that. All those cool reds that Pop picked up just before Christmas. Got some reds and some oranges and some like, you know, pumpkin colors and fall colors and fiery colors. And next color to stock up is blue. Pick a few colors here and a few colors there, and got lots of neutral tones like linen and biscotti and yellow whisper and white and off-white and super white, and there we go. Now that is another row on. Okay, make sure I got no pins left in here. And we'll give it a little press. And then I will show you. Oops, there's one here. Thought there might be. Move the iron out of the way. And just be gentle as you're going down. Smoothing the two fabrics together. And shift. I like that there's every fabric in here. Like there's some little bit Christmassy stuff. There's, you know, Canada stuff. Because, you know, Canadian all that, eh? All right. Here we go. Isn't it pretty? I'm liking it. Yeah, I do. Hopefully everybody else does too. Huh? Think of that. It's got some fun colors on it, that's for sure. The fun colors all together, those reds and the grays. All right. What's that? What's that put us at? Ooh. All right, we'll build a couple blocks. And then I think we're good. Let's see here. Start this one. Start this one here. It's definitely progress. Definitely progress happening, which is good. Sometimes it's hard to see that. And I didn't want to have all the triangles sitting there waiting to put them all together when I wanted to, you know, stop when I wanted to stop building it, you know, like I made the decision how long the row was going to be, you know, how many blocks were going to be in each row sort of thing. So yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys like it. I'm pretty happy with it too. You just never know when you have this kind of vision in your mind and you think, oh, I'll just do it this way and see what turns out. And sometimes those are the best things ever. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. It was not as quite as square as I was hoping. There we go. Much, much better. Much better. There we go. I like a big piece of that. Nope. Getting into the bits and bobs. Is there a smaller one there? Let's see what we got going on. Oh, there we go. Is there a little bit of Canada? Is that going to fit? Oh, too short. Here, we'll use this one. Here we go. Use this red. Press that open. Yeah, it's nice to be able to make something that was just stuff that was just sitting in a bucket and I didn't quite know what to do with it, you know. Sometimes it's stuff left over from projects working on with people, or it's been donated fabric, or you know, it's, you know, I like to make use of it, right? So I gotta.
How big are you going with this one?
Sorry?
How big are you going with this one?
Well, I like to make it more rectangular than square, so it's going to be, you know, it's a fair size already. Hold on. This is just, it is right now 58 inches. Yeah, 58 inches. And then if I add a couple borders, it should be probably about 70 in the end this way. So I'll probably make it 70 by 88 or something like that. So it'll be good size. It'll be good size. I want to be able to use up, I'm going to make the border maybe like the piano key kind of border with the little strips left over and stuff like that. Just make it all the way around. Just, you know, use it up, make it unique, and add that other extra little pop of color around the outside edge. Maybe I'll alternate it with the, you know, piece of this fabric and then a piece of plaid or whatever, because I have a bit of the plaid left over, right? So yeah, it's going to be a good size. I would, because I want to make them all really good size. The only one I can think of not being as big as I was maybe visioning in my mind would be the pink and the whatever accent color. I just choose to go with that one because I don't have a whole heck of a lot of pink. So, but I still want to make one. So, because I have some pink and I'd like to bust into it too. You know, other than I've been just sitting there waiting for a pink quilt. So I'll save some. I'll save some for, you know, for if I still need it for something. But we'll tuck into it. That may just be a wall hanging size. Maybe we'll finish that in a couple of weeks instead. So instead of, you know, 4 weeks or whatever. It'll be a good size. Like I still have this whole bucket. Like this whole bucket is full of red and gray. You know, like I got stuff. It's a lot. You know, some of this may make it onto the pink quilt because there's the pink hearts in there. So, you know, maybe I'll take a little bit of that and put it over. Oops. Oops. Come here, you. And you. I want to use you too. Come back here. And then I'm trying, my goal is to kind of keep everybody in the bucket without overflowing the bucket. That's kind of, you know, the buckets are like this by, you know, they're a good size. I don't have any spare to show you. Yeah, and then that I think would help keep my zone contained until, you know, we can get bureau or like a standing separate closet idea sort of thing. to hold the fabrics out of sight. So, because it looks a little messy, you know, it looks a little messy when it's not all tucked away like that, like it should. And I don't want it to look messy when I'm trying to run a, you know, a business, right? And people come in, drop off their quilts and stuff. Or stuff to get fixed. I don't know about that one. What's going on over here? Just more gray on this one. There's a lot of red. Yeah, so hopefully between a few quilts that I have to get done and some mending on some heirloom quilts, I can get a couple of rows done by next week. And you can see how far in the progress I have got of making this scrappy red and gray quilt. Turn it out a little bit. Doo-doo-doo. I don't know, I like a lot of movement and a lot of, you know, like, looks like a lot of texture in it and the texture throughout it, right? So to me, it makes it look fun and interesting. Are you ratting on me, Angie? She sat beside the scrap pile for a couple of days. She knows. I'm trying to contain it. Mom and all of you do so every day. Oh, I try to. I mean, I did take a little bit of a break, you know, this time of the season, just because you are so crazy busy beforehand. I sat beside Angie all Wednesday and chatted, and I didn't even turn on the sewing machine. But, you know, it was full tilt on Thursday, full tilt on Friday, all day yesterday. Actually, no, it wasn't even on yesterday. I worked on the long arm yesterday. I was working on a customer's quilt.
So that's not sewing.
So that's, well, yeah, I guess it is sewing. But I'm making her per se.
2 days a week. 10 to 12 hours a day.
I like to. It keeps me out of trouble. Could you imagine if I didn't sew, all the trouble I'd get into? A lot. A lot. And I like making things. I like making unique things. I like making gifts for people. I like doing stuff for charity. I like making things to donate to charity. You know, whether it's things around my community, I don't have to, but I'm going to make a bag for our local skate club. My friend Tracy, she runs it. So it's the Hillsburg Aaron Skate Club. Anyways, I always make something for their silent auction every year. So I'm going to be making a bag, and that'll go for that. And, it's helping here, helping there. And it also gets my name out there too. So, I've got, a couple of repeat businesses because I donated something to something, and they go, I liked, that. So do you do this? And I'll be like, yes, I do. So, it helps. When you give, you get in return. Every little bit helps. Do 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 do. All right. Yeah, I think we'll cut a wee bit off of this one. Oh, I need to press. And don't forget to press. Do do do. Is Pop tucking into the chocolates I gave him? No, always into the halls. Oh. Pop's got a bit of a sore throat, so healing thoughts his way. Hasn't been his normal self, so since earlier this morning, so it makes me feel bad that he's not feeling very well. Yeah, exactly. I like to sew every day, but I don't always get to it, you know. What?
You don't?
Well, not all. When I'm driving, I can't sew. Why is it the pop? If we ever went on, we're going on a road trip, it'd have to be renting an RV so I can be in the back sewing away. Seat belt in, of course. Just have the seat flipped around the other way. It's sewing. Got work to do. You drive, I'll sew. Can make a quilt by the time I get there. So we're thinking about maybe doing a road trip. Maybe not this year, but next year. I mean 2019. So once we get our little, you know, focus on for this year and see how far we can get ahead. If we plan on doing a road trip to the States, we promise to tell everybody. Maybe we can do a big, you know, meetup and stuff like that. Hope you guys are interested in that. That would be kind of fun. Don't you think? We can go crash the quilt shops. I think it would be fun. I think we'd all have a blast. Oh, yeah, poor Pat. That's got to be so frustrating. You know, I know the new floor will be fantastic, but still, it's, you know, it's getting yourself to that point where you can be back in your comfort zone, you know, working on the machines and doing the things you love to do. Alrighty. Alrighty, righty. Almost done another block here. It's like cute. Love those colors. See, you can just leave it just the way it was and put them all in there like that. You know, you don't have to, you know, cut them up and or anything. So. I don't want that one. I want to do this one. Do. Okay, press this. There we go. Now we need a red piece. Let's go with, what do we got here? Let's do this one. I like this. It's like little red bamboo. Looks like bamboo in a forest sort of thing. Some of these scraps I know I've had for a long time. Like some of these are like 20 years old. So it's happy to see them getting used into something else. And I'm like, see, that's why I kept you. So you could go in this very project. That's why I moved you 12 times. That's the hardest part is when you have to move or you have to shift stuff around. It's like, oh, you got so much. But it's nice to be able to get it organized. But you see how much of a hoarder or collector you are. Right, so maybe a little bit. Go one more round. One more round the bend. We'll go the other side. Yeah. All right, we'll finish this up and then we'll call it a show because we're almost done this one. I want to appreciate everybody for watching and hanging out and socializing and, you know, filling us in and what you did over the vacation. Not that it was probably much of a vacation for some of you. You probably had to work. Unfortunately, Santa Claus doesn't pay the bills. Would be nice if he did. Dear Santa Claus, please take care of my bills for the next year. Thank you, the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Promise we'll be good. All right. Should be almost all the way around what it needs to be. Okay, let's see what we got going on. All right, now let's move our mess and our little tie. See if we got enough for a cut and a flip. Yes, lots of room. Okay, all right. So we're gonna stand up. Make sure we're giving ourselves lots of room and we're comfortable with our position. Okay. Right here, got lots of room on either side. And across. Move that one out of the way. This is where you can turn this. Line it back up. Okay. That's one little triangle. It's pretty. And we'll do the other one here. Oh, I didn't even probably need to add on that red piece there, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make sure I use it. I'll angle it this way. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Isn't it cute? And you just keep making more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And hopefully I might make a dent in my bucket. If that ever happens. Yes, I'm looking forward to Thursday as well. Like I said, I don't know what Pop needs me for. If he does, I'll be there. If not, then I'll be quiet in the background. Maybe. I'll try. Hear me yapping. I'll try to be quiet. Slow and steady wins the race. Exactly. I'm very careful. I try to be very careful. Quilt roadies. Is that the lady who quilts while she's on the road, or it's a quilting couple or something like that? I think I've seen one of their shows. Heating up the pressure cooker again. What's in there now? Yeah, she does. She locks my blade. Cracks me up. She hits that little button, so I'm like, every time I pick it up, I'm like, oh, Angie was here. Then she locks it. She's cute. I'm glad you got a new computer or laptop there, Diane. That's good. Now you can see us without hopefully any issues today. Aw, thanks, Wanda. Thank you very much. Yeah, Angie keeps me in check. Don't you worry, ladies. I got my guild meeting on Monday night, tomorrow night, so with my free motion demonstration. So cross your fingers, everything goes well. I've got all the batting cut. I just need the fabric to get cut for either side. I've got, you know, the big roll of white back here that I'm going to use for the people to take home and practice on. So they don't have to practice on something of their own, waste their own fabric, or feel like they're wasting their own fabric on something that they may not, you know, care to try. But because it's free and I provided it, that maybe they may just take that. It's not a huge chunk. It's only about this by this, but it's enough to get a little bit of play on it and figure out whether it's for you or not, you know? So it just frees up a lot of things if you got some free motion under you, even just some swirls or some loops or some hearts, the stars, whatever. You can fill in a lot of things, some baby quilts, table runners, placemats, you know, all sorts of fun things. So, aw, thank you, Judy. Hopefully. All right, we'll sign off for today, and I'll show you what we've been working on. And you guys have yourself a fantastic week, and we will see you on Long Arm Wednesday when we're going to be working on, it's actually a cross-stitch bear, I think it was meant to be a quilt top at one point in time, but we're going to quilt it up with some little, I don't know, free motion fun and maybe a couple patterns or something like that, and we'll just quilt around it, right? So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching the live stream today, and we will see you Wednesday, and then Pop will see everybody on Thursday. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.